Uh-oh.
We're going to start off with Deadman 1's picks for Theodore Sodcutter.
I'm going to start with mine? Wow.
Yep.
Let's go.
Dude, I told you. The first person I thought of to do this with was you. And if you weren't going to do it, I was just going to do 15. It was going to be a 15-minute thing. And I was going to be like, bye. You're my horror dude, man. The first photo I followed you on was that Hellraiser pick. I was like, oh, I love this guy. Boom. That's my favorite guy, man. That's my favorite guy. My favorite scene. I am the way. How do you do that in a church? How does that even get allowed? All right, so we'll start off with the reason why Deadman likes it, then Sky, then Tiny, then Foxy. I was reading the cat's pajamas. Thank you, Fox. I was like, and then if Redeemer has time,
I am here.
Can all right, let's go. First shot.
Yeah. Howdy, boys.
What's up?
What's up, Redeemer? You made it.
Sorry.
So
How you guys doing?
I forget who this is by, but man, Deadman, tell us what made you go for this shot.
Because it's very horror. It's fully unconventional for a Mezco photo. Most people with Mezco's photos really try and really showcase the figure. And in this one, they just weren't having it. They were just like, fuck it, this is fucked up. I love it, and we're gonna do this.
That's insane. That is insane. And that's from Mike Benson.
Yeah, it's from Mick Benson. Yeah, it says it up there in the corner there.
Yep. So if you guys don't know him, go and check him out because he's been having fun. He and I had the same experiences recently where we got to work and then we got the update.
I also really like the lighting in this photo because a lot of people it looked like he only used one light.
Mm-hmm.
And the light focus isn't even on the face because it gives a sense of realism to the photo instead of like having it set up where there's a backlight and like a bounce card and all this stuff where the lights coming from like so many ridiculous directions. This looks like from a horror movie, It looks like what you would see in this scene because the light is it's right there. It's not focused on the figure. And he's kind of popping out of the dark at you. I love it. I love this photo.
All right, Sky.
It's
I'm gonna challenge Sky. One word, Sky.
it's dead. Is it on the floor or is it scaling the wall?
That's a good question.
It's definitely on the floor. I think if it was scaling a wall, it would have been flipped.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, it could if it was scaling the wall, it'd be looking back down at you, but you're looking down at it. It's looking back at you.
Yeah.
This guy has a story.
Yeah.
Tiny, what are your thoughts, Tiny?
My thoughts is I'm rolling up. I'm setting the scene right now. I'm rolling up and I just make eye contact with this dead, rotting carcass right there. And that's all I see with my phone light looking at it like, like that's kind of the vibe that I get from this photo right here. You're looking at it with your phone light and you're like, looking through and then you just see a rotting carcass right there. But I like the photo. I think it's a good photo. Hell yeah. I'm digging it.
Same.
Wolflow.
Let's go with Redeemer. Finally. I can see those eyes.
I I can feel its pestilence.
Oh, damn. All right. That's a
Them
thumbnail.
SAT words. Ooh.
You know, like
either
it
that or he knows
definitely
the Four Horsemen.
it gives me definitely like plague vibes. Cobblestone floor. I could definitely see this in a fucking medieval movie scene, dark and gritty.
No doubt.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And Mike Benson takes some pretty dark photos, man. He's a guy I've known for quite some time. I talk to him on a frequent basis. Mezco heads is what we are, and his photos. He definitely has his own style. He's brought himself up into this.
Without a doubt. Foxy, share your thoughts.
How into this do you want to get? Should I break it down full art school critique going on?
Do it.
I mean, Deadman did something similar. Why not?
All right, why not? I mean, it is great. It's really nice the way they shot it. Like Deadman was saying, that one light, and like Tiny was saying, you know, it makes you think like it's a flashlight. You know, you're looking around the room, all of a sudden you see it. You go, whoa, hey, what are you doing there?
Exactly.
Like the composition's great. You know, you can see he's breaking it down. You know, he's got the thirds going. That head's right into that spot where it's going to be the central focus. As you go around, you know, the eye moves around. You get all these shapes that you can make out, but you don't quite know what they are. So it kind of gives that mysterious vibe to it, which is really cool.
Yeah, and like also, I mean, I also want to point out like not only is the light focused like just off of the head, but that's also the focus of the photo. It gives it a sense of realism, like you said, like you just walked in the room with a flashlight, and then this is right there.
Yeah. And like the nice contrast between like the light and the darkness is like those shadows are like they're really dark, so it kind of gives that almost comic book effect too, because you know there's not a whole lot of shading for comic books, so most of the shadows, you know, you're playing with those blacks and everything. But yeah, it's a great photo. The only thing I could say is I wish there was just a little bit more background or like just a little bit more around, but other than that, yeah.
Well, it looks to me like he took it's like he took the exposure down really far and then he tried to like lower the contrast to bring some depth back into it, some more details, and that's why we get that little haze around it. You can see it's a little hazy. It's not quite as black as it could be.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing.
Not.
No. The haze is good. I'm guilty of over hazing photos with lack of contrast.
All right, Deadman, we've got 3 more photos.
Oh yeah, I have 3 more photos.
So this is from French Toy Love. Very, very different from our first pick, I'd say.
Yeah, this is like I liked this one because of the whole concept of the photo. I mean, it looks like they enhanced the eye glow there a little bit, and maybe even added pupils to it, and which I don't care for, but I like the concept. It's like the monster under the bed. You know, that's obviously a bed, and he's like creeping up. The whole concept is great, and the diorama is awesome, especially in this lighting. So that's basically all I have to say about this one. The concept is great.
Take it away, Sky.
The depth on this one is fucking awesome. And the extra use of that head as like a different creature altogether, fucking awesome. And the way that he's got like a foreground and a background, and then he's got the search the middle, it's just, this photograph is so well done. Like, everything about this leads me to the character. Like the rug on the floor leading me to it, the bed leading me to him, the light, and the eyes. Dude, this is such a good photo. Fucking good find. French Toy fridge toilet, fucking good shot.
Yeah. Tiny.
I love this shot. I love this shot. How you can like see like I don't the figure. It just zooms in right on the eyes and it like grabs you. Like those eyes just grab you, and then like to just see like the fireplace and the nightlight like in the distance is it's really this is a killer shot. This is a great shot. This should be in a magazine. Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's what I gotta say about that.
Foxy. Take us to school, Daddy-o.
It's a good shot. I wish it was at a different angle though, because I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I thought it was in a graveyard.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
until this guy
Yeah.
just said that. Yeah.
I think
that
you
too.
gotta pump your aperture up a little bit more so you get a little more crisp on that like bed frame and everything, and like even just raise your lights a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you can always like in post lower that down, but you can still get all the details around the room and everything, but it still looks like it's nighttime.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think it's missing a little bit of detail, but it's still a good shot. The composition and everything's on point. Yeah.
What about you, Redeemer? What do you got?
Shit. Okay, so definitely agreeing with all of y'all because I'm not gonna say the same thing. All right, but I will agree with what Deadman said in terms of it feels like one of those moments at a very like you're watching Tales of the Crypt or you're reading a magazine, and it's at that critical point where the character's about to show its face, and instead of it doing something really crazy and creepy, it just does some like whoa, and, eyes pop out of its fucking head, and it's just that. That's what I feel from this. But then you call him Foxy, but cat's pajamas. I do feel you on on the clarity. Like if he didn't blur everything out, maybe giving a little bit more, like you said, more, more. I guess because everything's just kind of hazy a little bit. I mean, but you can like at first I did think it was a graveyard until someone mentioned a rug. I think it was Sky. He mentioned the rug, and I was like, yeah, that is a rug. Okay, but
yeah, like I'm just noticing that rug, and there's a chair in the back.
Well, yeah, and the light that's all blurred out in the background gives off no light. Like there should be a tiny bit
light on the back.
A little bit.
There should be. I mean, as much as I don't really care for having to use backlighting all the time, when there is a light and visible light in the background, there should be some backlighting going on. I like I said earlier, I just love the concept of this photo. I mean, the eyes, they really enhance the eyes on this, and I don't care for that. I can't believe I'm the only one who mentioned it.
Well, that's the little light in the background. I don't even know where that's coming from.
Yeah,
I thought that was the moon at first. That's why I thought it was in the graveyard.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. I thought that just by the composition of the back, I thought it might be the moon either setting or coming up. But it's too dark for it to be a moon. So for me, it's a great photo now that I know he's coming out of the bed because maybe he pissed the bed or something like that, or he had a really satisfying dream, and sometimes when you think in your dreams,
he's scaring a little kid.
Yeah, it's like, is he coming out of the bed or is he creeping up?
He's coming out from behind the bed.
He was waking up. I thought he was waking up.
No. He's coming from behind the bed. He's like the monster under the bed.
Right? Okay, so he's creeping up to the foot. That's to the foot of the bed. Yeah.
But you know what I
he's got his hand on the top of the bed.
The frame, yeah.
All right, so we've got two more photos. Let's just
let's fucking go.
You know what I wish?
Go ahead.
You know what I wish they kind of did this in the style of? Big Daddy Roth, the guy who did like the big like monster guys and like the little like kind of hot rod cars.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Like Rat Fink?
Yeah, like Rat
Fink, right?
Yeah. If you use this figure to do like something in that style, like he's like creeping over the bed like that, that'd be sick.
I might have to fit him in the truck.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. French Love, you started a very long conversation. Congratulations on a great photo. Here we go. Frank's figure page. Another one of Deadman's picks. Deadman.
Again, what I really like about this photo is, well, first off, it looks like they actually just used the light that's in his head for the eyes instead of enhancing it. So I like that, and I love the underuse of lighting in this. Again, like I'm a real big fan of what the eye would see. I know this is toy photography and everything's done for a reason, and you always got to light it properly and all that shit. But I really like the way this just the lighting on this. Nothing's directly on him. It looks like they only used a bounce card. Like the light wasn't, it's just, it's dark. It's evil. Like you can see his teeth coming through.
Yep.
This is my type of photo. I'm jealous that I didn't take this photo.
Yeah. Sky?
Yeah, it's super moody, super like
moody,
creepy looking. And Deadman's right, it's got a really like nice soft light on it, so it really highlights his eyes really well. This is a really good photo.
Definitely. Tiny. Yep. So definitely want to unmute yourself, Tiny.
Oh shit! Yo, this is a great photo. How he's like got the dark blue in the back, and it makes the figure pop.
Yeah.
This is a great shot. Another great shot.
All right, Mr. Foxy.
I really like this. There's just enough light coming down that you still get all that little like nitty gritty detail and like his coat and his scarf, and just that top light hitting the edges of like the hat and everything, and those eyes just lighten up just a little bit so you can see the teeth pop out. It's a killer portrait shot, literally.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely one when you're scrolling, you stop and look. I think.
Yeah.
Redeemer, what do you got?
Sinister vibes, man. I love the way the shadowing of the brim of the top hat. It's kind of like overshadowing part of his face.
Yeah.
Giving off the, like you guys were mentioning, the lower part of his mouth, accentuating on the teeth.
Yeah.
Pretty much all I gotta say. It's a pleasant shot.